I think the thing that is really important is that we bear witness together and we name the loss together and what that means. So what it will mean individually will be very unique and ourselves, we're as different on the inside as we look on the outside. But that so it's highly personal, but there is a kind of shared acknowledgement of that this is a very difficult loss. It's a very difficult time. Because, of course, if we pull into ourselves and withdraw, which you can shut down, that from the polyvagal perspective means you disconnect from yourself and then you have no capacity to connect to others. And the biggest single protector when we're grieving is people. People need people in good times. People really need people in bad times. And that it is love, in its broadest terms, that enables us to survive. Love is not a quick fix, and it's not simple, but it is really the way that we survive the greatest difficulty.
Yeah, I think that's very true. Love and connection and community, right?
Yes, but it requires, I think, a lot of psychological sophistication in a way to allow people to have their own particular way of expressing their grief, because they will be informed by their culture, their history, their upbringing, their own story, their DNA, and the support they've had at grief at their times. And I think what often happens is that we want to see how we're feeling in other people, and then we can polarize when we see others don't do what we're doing. That happens very commonly in families. So in family systems, a grandparent, a parent, a sibling dies, and within that family system, it's most likely that people will grieve very differently from each other. Some will be very expressive and tearful, some will retreat, some will pretend it's not happening. And that can cause such conflict in a family, like there's one approved way. And actually what we want is to name that however you're feeling, there is no right or wrong way, but what actually matters is that we acknowledge that we allow ourselves to feel the pain of it. Pain is the agent of change, and grief is naturally adaptive. So if we allow the pain through our system, however that shows up for us individually, and we find ways of naming it and expressing it, that is how we adapt